before I proceed, do you have anything that you'd recommend from your alcoholics?
1 second. She takes out a small bottle and passes it over. 1 silver piece, if you wouldn't mind.
He pulls out a gold, pops it on the table.
Oh, no, sir, that's far too generous. I can't accept that.
What are you talking about accepting? He just takes the whole bottle.
Is there anything I can help you with?
Yes. So I am looking for, probably. Have you heard anything on any unsavory individuals coming through here? So what does Mir typically look like? So I suppose Whisper. I think I have, but I'm not remembering. So
I'll send you the picture.
All right. Anyway, Whisper describes Mir to the lady, and then Saber.
Yeah,
So,
she basically makes the sign to. When hearing that description, she basically makes the sign to ward off evil. Heavens, no! If Mir himself was standing before us, I am. No. I can assure you that that devil has never been around these parts.
oh, he's been closer than you think. Had a brush-in with him myself not too long ago, and I'd like to get some payback, if you catch my meaning.
Roll a diplomacy check.
28.
The lady gives a placating smile to you. Yes, of course, dear. Yes, of course, dear. I'm sure you will defeat him grandly, but she kind of puts her hand on the bottle. Perhaps it is enough of this for you.
Trust me, I've only just started. Now, so you've heard anyone discussing, talk about anyone of that general appearance, nature, or anything like that?
Stories of Mir abound in these parts. A lot of people were hurt by him, raided by him. Half the people who come here are those who lost their families to one of his pirates' attacks. I saw one man with his eyes cut out who apparently found his way onto Mir's ship himself. The place was a mess. Poor dear died soon afterwards. What shall I could do?
Well, is there anyone that you could point me to, that might have the information I'm seeking?
You could always ask her around amongst the sailors. They likely know things. She actually looks up and she sees Lord Sirith. Sir Sirith! She bows politely, then he waves his hand. It is fine. Actually, before your leave, my lord, could I ask if you wouldn't at all mind to pass a message along to Lady Flemeth? Of course, what is it? It's nothing, it's just my son, Harold. I haven't heard from him in months. He got accepted into one of Flemeth's schools. So proud of him. And I'm sure he must be busy, but it would be nice to know how he's doing, how he has been. If you wouldn't mind passing the word along, seeing if I could just get a letter from, my boy. I will certainly see what I can do. Anyway, speak to the sailors down the docks. You might find something interesting there.
Will do. And thank you, And he pulls out another gold piece. This is for the trouble.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your generosity, sir.
Thank you for the wine. And he walks out.
One of these days, you're going to run out of gold.
Oh.
People don't run out of gold. What are you talking about? That's insane.
Oh
You
no,
go down
he really is a rich kid.
You go down. Oh my god, he really is. You go down to this dock. Well, to be fair, it's easy for Jeremy to play. He's a Republican.
Libertarian, actually.
Okay, either way. You're right wing. I'm trying to make a joke at your expense. Yeah.
Okay. I apologize for shooting down your white right-wing joke for being incorrect.
Yes! How dare you, boy! Anyway. Where I was going with this was, yeah. Anyway, what I was going to say. So, you start questioning people down at the docks, but you notice they're being a bit more evasive now. They answer your questions very curtly, but they don't seem to be saying much more. You get the feeling they're avoiding you. As you continue to go around, you hear a high-pitched voice call out to you. Oi! You better stop asking questions if you know what's good for you.
Whisper turns to him.
And
And
see,
who are you?
Don't matter. Don't matter. Folks call me Mouse, says a very small young boy, dirty brown hair, and looked at very much gives away the reason for his nickname. Like I said, though, you don't want to go asking around questions unless you want the men in white to get you.
Men in white?
What I'd say about questions?
I'm sorry, I'm literally made of questions.
Yeah, well, just keep it out of ice, okay?
Alright, how about this? Whisper pulls out a copper piece. If I ask these questions away from prying eyes, would I be able to get a couple out of you?
Oh, please, you think that's a bribe? I could steal twice that in a day.
Really? Whisper, So Whisper as a joke would actually try to see if the kid had anything to pickpocket off of him, and is the kid actually carrying anything?
He's got a satchel bag around his shoulder.
Not anymore.
What? So what I'm imagining is like I could pickpocket twice that amount of you in a day. Yeah, but what would you carry? You say, holding up the satchel bag. What?
Whisper hands it back to him.
Like asking questions. You ask more questions in the last few seconds than you will ask the whole day.
Granted, they were all the same question, but still.
Indeed.
Tell you what, I'll teach you a couple of tricks. Knowledge being more valuable than any amount of coin. And you offer me a little bit of info on these white folks we're talking about.
All right.
Get the white man.
White men bad.
All right. So, make a diplomacy check and get a +4, as he is looking sorely tempted.
All right, diplomacy roll. Ooh, I roll a 16 plus 18. That's a 34.
Why did I not think that would bring those people start bringing race into it?
You called them the white men,
I said men in the white.
which basically turns into white men.
God damn it.
Well, Whisper turned it into a white man.
When did Phoenix get here?
Any Huazels? So what do you roll?
What did I roll?
Yes.
A 34.
Oh yeah. He's like fine. But fine. Better not screw me with this though.
At least I won't screw you again.
Anyway.
Nope.
I came back for the wrong sentence.
Yup.
This is the session of zingers. This is the session of zingers.
Hey Josh, how you liking that PG rating on your site?
You're editing it.
A moment of silence.
You're editing it. I think I might have to put like a. I think I might have to put an age content rating on this. I might have to ask you to. I might have to ask you to put age content rating on this.
I can do that. Just a heads up. We've had gore dismemberance. We've had gore dismemberance. Everyone, this is not for children. If you are a children, piss off.
Harry, I'm about to send you something. Josh, I apologize in advance for possible scream.
Never.
All right.
Okay, now
It's always welcome.
Now I want to see what he said. What you sent
Yeah, I
her.
want to know now.
Anyway, so well, there was some reaction. Anyway, so the boy takes her to one side and he says, "All right. A while back, people were seeing things. Said there were rumors about things coming out of the ground, coming out of the sewers. Monsters, people said. Story was, they'd find you in the middle of the night and they'd take you away. Kind of like my DM took away my accent and replaced it with a southern one somehow. I don't know why.
Happens to the best of us.
They find you, take you away, kill each of you didn't stay at home. Problem is, people got too loud talking about it. Jimmy was the loudest one. Ran yelling whoever would hear about the monsters in the streets, the monsters at night. That's when the men in white came. First, they came and took Jimmy away. Then one of those fancy fancy guard folks came in to investigate. Men in white took him away too. Sarge, men of the street, nighttime. He had been looking around. They just grabbed him from behind, slit his throat, just dragged him off. We don't talk about the monsters. We don't talk about the men in white. Too dangerous too. If you keep asking questions, the men in white will take you away too.
I kind of want them to take me away, if you catch my meaning. I am a hunter, and I am hunting the monsters and the men in white. Now, you have given me quite a bit of very useful information, and I think...
Well, if you really want to die so badly, last I saw them, they were doing something up at the old church. There was a lot of booming sounds. think they were trying to break something.
At the old church.
He
was
points in the direction of it. Up that way.
all right. That I can go off of. So, and you said monsters. What do they say about these monsters? We talking furry, scaly? What kind of monsters do they talk about?
It's different every time. Some say some with fur, some teeth, some claws. They're like people, but not. They say they have 2 arms, 2 legs, and eyes, but they don't walk like people. Quicker.
Well, this is certainly going to be an interesting adventure. Now, let me show you a thing or two about.
God damn it,
picking someone's
Dogi!
pocket.
Trying to keep my laughter as quiet as possible, and then you finally saw it.
God damn it, Dogi!
Let me have my fun.
Fuck you.
Hey, hey, we have.
It's my birthday, goddammit.
I think this is revenge for the accent.
Yep. Okay, fair, but I want to see that pitch. I want to see the thing you sent to Ari.
Okay. Give me a second. Give me a second. Where is it? Boop. Sending it now.
That is cute. Anyway, so yes, I'm gonna say you were able to teach him a few tricks, and you're able to. I presume you're going to do this. Come back to the rest of the group with your information.
So, apparently, we have men in white kidnapping people, and we have monsters roaming the streets. All at a church. Let's go!
I agree with Whisper. This definitely seems worth investigating.
Might be a wild goose chase, but if nothing else, it's something to do.
It's not connected to Mir. People being murdered. There's clearly these men are trying to cover up something.
Indeed. Who knows? Maybe it's some completely unrelated crime ring we can put out of business.
Possibly. So, you all make your way up to the old church. The front door is shut closed, and there is a deadbolt on it.
Whisper's gonna do the scouty thingy.
Okay.
So he kind of, when no one's looking, lifts off the ground and approaches from the air. Are there any windows? The churches usually have pretty big windows.
They do. Stained glass windows, of course, so actually seeing through them is rather difficult.
Are there any broken windows?
Actually, yes. There are a few little higher up that have looked like maybe a bird or two flew through them. It's clear this church has been long abandoned. But yes.
Excellent. Whisper flies up to the broken window and kind of peeks through the window to see what he can see inside.
The church itself is rather indescript. It's clear this place has been abandoned for a while. There's dust and cobwebs on the pews and the altars. The organ looks rusty. It was a church. This was a church of the blind god, and it does not look like it has been cared for much at all.
Whisper flies. So there's no signs of anyone or anything inside?
None at all.